The princes were facing a day filled with fear and panic. The palace's usually quiet, stone-lined corridors were suddenly echoing with screams and chaos. Everyone in the harem was scrambling to protect the children's lives, but no one knew exactly what to do first. Every corner and room was swept by waves of panic. Servants collided with one another, running to maintain security, while also doing everything they could to keep the princes safe. Every heartbeat in the palace seemed to beat with a single thought: we have to save the children. But how? Then, out of nowhere, an unexpected figure appeared. Someone no one anticipated rushed to the children's side, moving with courage and speed to protect their lives. The people in the palace held their breaths, watching the unfolding events. Who had been put in danger and whose life was at risk? Amid the chaos and the firestorm of the harem, this unexpected hero moved boldly. Yet the identity of the person responsible for putting the princes in danger remained a mystery. The chaos in the harem couldn't be contained, and the culprits seemed to vanish like a shadow at every turn. Harem and Mahidevran were in a heated confrontation, each blaming the other for the turmoil. Their argument escalated, their voices echoing through the palace halls. This time, stopping their clash fell to Valid Sultan. The wise and composed matriarch, who always maintained balance in the palace, quickly stepped in. She first separated the two women into different rooms, then attempted to calm them with carefully chosen words. But the tension in the palace was so thick that a single wrong move could trigger a new crisis. Valid Sultan, meanwhile, had noticed Victoria's bravery amid the chaos. Victoria had shown unexpected courage, standing out during the panic and demonstrating loyalty and quick thinking. Valid Sultan decided to reward her with a surprise honor. The rest of the palace watched in astonishment as the message became clear. Courage and intelligence would always be recognized and rewarded. Victoria had shone like a bright light in the midst of danger. For Hadis, the day had started badly. She had lost all hope regarding her relationship with Ibrahim. Her heart felt heavy, and her plans for the future seemed shattered. The turbulence of the palace and the uncertainties of love dragged her into despair, leaving her feeling trapped and powerless. Every glance and word she offered was a source of concern for the others in the palace. Hadis's eyes were full of sorrow, her thoughts tangled, and her heart pounding with loneliness and anxiety. Meanwhile, preparations for the Rhodes campaign were in full swing. The Ottoman army was ready, soldiers dressed in armor, cannons loaded, and units positioned according to commands. Sultan Suleiman and his entourage were about to embark on a grueling journey toward Rhodes. Everyone knew this campaign wasn't just a battle. It was a test of strategy, strength, and endurance. Every decision, every move would have consequences both on the battlefield and in the palace. News from Rhodes then arrived, sending a cold shiver through the palace. The harem fell silent, every face frozen in worry. The reports made it clear the Rhodes campaign wouldn't just challenge them militarily. It would shake the palace's inner power dynamics to their core. A wave of tension spread, and everyone's heart tightened. Harem rushed to the children, her eyes blazing with determination and anger. Her gaze at Mahidevran carried both accusation and warning. "We will stop this," she thought to herself. Harem was ready to do whatever it took to protect the children. The chaos in the harem didn't frighten her. Instead, it highlighted her determination and strategic mind. The other women in the harem watched Harem's courage with a mix of admiration and awe. Mahidevran, in the midst of the panic, was still thinking of her own plans. She was looking for a chance to weaken Harem's influence and tilt the palace's power balance in her favor. Yet Valid Sultan's eyes were always on her. Mahidevran had to be careful. One wrong move could endanger her position and power. Ibrahim was making sure the princes were safe, inspecting every corner of the palace. He coordinated with the servants and ensured every detail was accounted for. His eyes were constantly alert. Even a moment's carelessness could have deadly consequences. Considering Harem's anger and Mahidevran's scheming, Ibrahim remained focused while also following Sultan Suleiman's commands to the letter. Before the Rhodes campaign began, Sultan Suleiman personally reviewed the army's readiness. Every cannon was in place, every unit ready. This campaign wasn't just about military victory. It was a message of Ottoman strength in Europe. In front of every soldier, the Sultan's determination served as a source of morale and inspiration. Inside the palace, another drama was unfolding. After ensuring the children's safety, Harem joined the other palace women, In strategy discussions, she proved once again that she was not just a strong woman, but a sharp strategist. The other women in the harem were both amazed and respectful of her intelligence and courage. Hades, caught in the middle of the chaos, had to make her own decision. Her relationship with Ibrahim was completely uncertain, and her future seemed at risk. She decided to take action, aware of the dangers and challenges surrounding her, determined to shape her own destiny. Reports from Rhodes kept coming into the palace. Each one brought a new wave of concern. Sultan Suleiman assessed the army and palace situation constantly, using foresight and strategy in every move. This campaign wasn't just a battle, it was a turning point that could determine the fate of both the palace and the empire. As night fell, the palace quieted down, but this silence was not peaceful, it was the calm before the storm. The conflicts between Harem and Mahidevran, the security of the princes, Hades's decisions, and the news from Rhodes were all setting the stage for the next big upheaval. Everyone knew that once a crisis started in the Ottoman palace, the consequences could ripple across the empire, and it had to be remembered. Every step, every plan, every move would shake the palace's balance and spark a new storm. Who would win? Who would lose? And how would the Rhodes campaign reshape the power dynamics in the palace? Everyone waited, holding their breath. Closing line, every move in the palace and on the battlefield sparks a new storm. What will the Rhodes campaign and the palace intrigues bring? Who will win and who will lose? Share your predictions in the comments, hit like, and don't forget to subscribe to follow the rest of the adventure.